Welcome, Moon Magic family. Thank you for joining me for these readings. Today's readings have been highly requested by many people. These readings are for all of you beautiful empaths of the world, and we are asking Spirit for guidance. So many of you have been asking for these readings and saying, you know, how do I navigate the inflow of other people's energy? How do I manage to sort through things when I'm absorbing so much? How do I manage to shield myself? How do I manage to cut cords? So we are simply asking for 3 messages from Spirit to assist you empaths and to help you in any way that we can with guidance and information to navigate the extraordinary gifts that you have. Being empathic is a gift, but it can also, in such a tumultuous world as well, it really can also be quite a tough call sometimes. So these are 3 readings for the beautiful empaths of the world. This is going to be for card number 1. I'll show it to you, hold it up to the camera in a moment. Oh, these are too many cards. We're going to draw 3 cards, 3 runes and 3 charms. There is our second. Oops. And our third. Okay, so let me show these to you. Reading number 1. This is actually the 5 of fire. Reading number 2, the Queen of Fire. And reading number 3, we have, oh lovely, the 9 of Earth. Very different energies. So 3 cards, we'll draw 3 runes and 3 charms as well. Okay, rune number 1 is the rune of fertility. Pile number 2, you have the rune of breakthrough. And pile number 3, you have the rune of the self. And your charms. For anyone that likes that little bit of extra information. Reading number 1, you have the rune of the notes. It's a treble clef, I think. Reading number 2, you have a butterfly. Look at that, it sits perfectly on the butterfly here. Literally just put it there without even thinking. How magnificent. And reading number 3, you have the parasol. Okay. I will leave the video running for just a few moments longer so you can really sit and center yourself. Empaths, you are so intuitive. You probably already know which reading or indeed readings are speaking to you, because we don't yet know what the messages will be, but of course they may be tuning in with different aspects of your world, different circumstances in your world, or different circumstances and kinds of people that you come into contact with. You know, ongoing really. The world is full of all sorts of people, all different shapes and sizes. We shall see what the messages show. I'll leave it running for a few moments so you have time to sit with your intuition just in case you need any longer. Welcome, reading number 1. Beautiful empaths. This card, the 5 of fire, in a traditional pack it's the 5 of wands. Really what I'm seeing here already is a reading that I think is going to tell us how to manage really the full-on aggression and competitiveness and envy of others. These are very powerful emotions, and for an empath it's very hard sometimes to succeed in the face of people like this, because whatever you do, you're kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. There are very competitive people in the world who will only support you if you're sort of doing something to support them. Ultimately, there's an end goal that's giving them what they want. There's aggravation here, there's competition, bullying, I would even say. Some of you will have experienced bullying tactics. Either way, there's a lot of emotional power coming into this reading. What we have here as well is the rune of fertility, which suggests sometimes completion of beginnings, and also the treble clef. So we've got something about finding ways of harmonizing. Let's just draw cards and see what we are shown. So we're going to dive straight in with some tarot cards for you and see what we are shown. Beautiful empaths, reading number 1. We have, we have the 7 of Swords. Look at this. This is about people who disempower you. Now, the reading may well be connecting to something that is actually happening in your world, but it's about you being disempowered by this, I think, aggression, envy. If we think of envy as being a kind of often passively, aggressively acted out, then we have the 4 of Swords. Very interesting reading indeed. Then we have the 8 of Wands. We then have the Fool, lovely, and the 7 of Pentacles. Okay. So let me speak about 2 kind of messages coming through reading number 1. In general terms, like a spirit giving you guidance in terms of how to navigate these kinds of things, there's a very clear message which is to do with you retaining your own balance, your own harmony from within, recognizing that when somebody is disempowering you, it's their problem, not yours to carry. Now, I think in principle you know this. Some of you may, the second message coming through is that I think some of you may actually be in the heat of something like this right now. It may just be something that some of you have come across, but it may also for some of you be something that's literally going on right now. Somebody who is sabotaging you. There's a lot of aggression under the surface. What I'm seeing is it's being acted out in a very passive kind of way. It's like they're behind you. They're doing stuff behind your back that is designed to cause you to, I mean, this is the bullying tactic. It's designed that they're not up front. It's designed to cause you to not be able to defend yourself. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. I'm very sorry that this is going on for those of you for whom this is this is happening right now, present in your world right now. And for those that have experienced it, I'm also sorry. There's a vulnerability for you around this area. Understandably, as an empath, what I'm seeing is here, I want to say that your empathicness is slightly being used against you here, okay? And this is where we're needing to press the pause button. Information is being given to you here. What kind of happens is that because these people, they are carrying a vast amount of kind of rage, and it gets acted out behind the scenes. It's that sort of, it's the bullying tactics that go on behind you. They're saying things, they're doing things that are designed to limit your potential. Now, I think that you see it. What seems to happen, I think, is that you experience the disempowerment. This is a fascinating reading, reading number 1. Let me try and make sure that I'm being eloquent, clear in what I'm saying. I think you get very overwhelmed by the disempowerment. And then what happens is that it sort of, you're left with a lot of uncertainty as to how to respond. Now, what we're being shown here is the key to this is to not respond immediately. Take some time. Four of Swords energy is always just take some time to think about it. Chill out. If you're not sure exactly how to respond, then don't. And you can always, what I would call, buy time. And I don't mean by making excuses. For those of you that are new to me or my channel here, I worked as an accredited counsellor, a psychotherapist for over 28 years. I have a free online library. In that library, I will put all the relevant links to anything and everything that might be helpful to you in the description box, along with the timestamps and the cards I'm using, all the stuff. But there'll be a link to my library. It's the A to Z of emotional health. In the library, there is a page with a series of videos, and it's called Non-Defensive Communication. And it's like a mini course of how to handle kind of difficult people, basically, in conversations. And this is a situation where some of the videos in that little mini course may actually serve you very, very well. Because I think what happens is these people throw a ton of stuff in, almost to muddy the waters. It's like this sort of, I always see this as a can of worms. It's like they throw tons of stuff in to muddy the waters, and they misdirect you. That's what I'm seeing. Because they're very passive. So this is about handling passive aggression. It's interesting, this is a full-on aggressive card, but I feel what we're being shown here is what happens when people are very passive. They're behind your back, passive aggressive stuff, and they do it in such a way. This is what I was saying when I said your natural empathic qualities work against you, because they'll come up with a story that sounds just so dreadful, and your empathy immediately kicks in, and you think, oh, I really need to look after this person, I really need to support them, what can I do to help them? The way to come through this is to stop and sort of reference this. So buying yourself time, coming out of a conversation if you're put on the spot, oh, I really need you to do this, or I really need you to do that, or what's happening is that you're absorbing layers of information because you are empathic. You're hearing what's actually being said, but you're also absorbing the energy, the anger, the disruption, the sort of chaos, the inner chaos of these kinds of people, or indeed this person if you're experiencing it. And then it kind of disempowers you, because you're experiencing a multitude of different layers of information. What Spirit is saying to you, beautiful empathic people of reading number 1, is press the pause button, buy yourself some time. You can always say, let me have a think on this. You could be so kind and considerate about it, genuinely, because you are. You can sort of say, look, let me have a think on this before I, decide the best way forwards, or let me have a think on this before I respond, or even I'm one of those people, I really do better if I think about something first, and then I can give you the best possible response. It's like buying yourself some time, and there are bits in that little mini video course that will teach you some of these skills in the immediacy of a conversation. Buy yourself some time and process the different layers. You may even want to get a piece of paper, draw layers on it, like the strata of a rock. If you are standing in front of a rock face, where you can see the different layers, and consider the different layers of information that are coming in, because knowledge is power. And once you can see the different layers, you will be able to work out what is genuine, what isn't. And I think you'll be able to see the motive. And at that point, you're now in a position where you are stronger, because you can actually identify, the reality of it. Rather than being overwhelmed, it starts to become clear. You can see the layers. So 2 valuable pieces I hope have helped. One, that course within the library that I think might be very helpful to you, and 2, literally, when you come away from something and give yourself time out, layers on a piece of paper and write down, you know, what am I being told? What's this person actually said? What does this leave me feeling? Because the feeling will tell you what's really being said. It will tell you about the intent of the conversation. And so peel back those layers a little bit. Let's ask for more information for you. Okay, yep, we're going to go with that. We have the Hermit. We have the Lovers. This is about choice. We have the Chariot. We have the Nine of Pentacles. Lovely. And we have the Hierophant. Okay. So I think some of you are genuinely going through this at the moment, and for others it is something that, not a repeating pattern as such. I'm going to just draw another card as well from the Akashic Tarot, the Journey, Seven of Roses. Okay. Roses are, it's the equivalent of cups, the Seven of Cups. Yes, there's a really clear message here for you. So, firstly, if this is a recurring theme, beautiful, reading number 1. The message from Spirit is learn to walk away. Give yourself the right and entitlement to make choices. The card of the Lovers is about choices. Walk away, choose to walk away, look at what's going on and make very, very clear decisions about your right and entitlement to leave things behind, to not engage. You have the right to journey away, to leave, to move beyond. You don't have to keep people in your world who operate like this. Now, if this is happening for you right now, the message is really, really clear. It's walk away. Don't engage. Choose not to engage. Choose not to be drawn into the drama. Find reasons. It's not reasons, it's not excuses, that's the wrong word, but valid reasons just to be able to depart, as it were. Very, very fascinating. With the Hierophant, I'm seeing that you're being guided. Can you see in this card of the Hierophant there is a bull here in the background, and we have a bull here. Your strength is in your right to choose. You can actually say to somebody, I'm so sorry. You can say it nicely in your beautiful, lovely, kind, caring way. I'm really, really sorry, but I'm not able to, you could even say that I'm out of my depth. I'm not really clear on this one. I'm not able to respond to you in the way that you need. It's very, very clear that you are needing here to walk away, to choose to walk away, to hold your right to choose and not to engage. Very, very interesting reading number 1. I think really what Spirit is also validating here, sometimes we go back time and again because we're trying to be empathic. This is about the kind of people who are making demands behind the scenes. They're full of rage, they're full of anger, they're full of envy. But they haven't actually ever worked out how to sort of fill their own coffers, really. They always rely on having somebody who's dependable for them, that they actually almost like they need a host. And what Spirit is saying, really clear cut, it's a clear-cut message here. Walk away. Choose not to engage. Say no to things. You can say no in the kindest possible way. You can buy yourself time if you need to in that system of learning to communicate. But it's really, really clear. Just do not engage. Do not buy into it in any way. Don't respond in the way that they expect you to respond. Do something completely different. They don't expect you to walk away. They're used to drawing people in. They're used to being able to, in many ways, manipulate people. For those of you who are currently in a situation that involves someone like this, it is very clear. Walk away, don't engage. Make a very clear choice. Cross the bridge, walk away, don't engage. Keep your own energy really clean, really clear cut. You have the right to choose. Very interesting reading, reading number 1. I'm going to draw an affirmation card. There's your card. My future is an ideal projection of what I envision now. Okay. Okay. What this card is voicing, reading number 1, is really kind of saying to you, you don't have to carry this person. When you identify those layers, this reading is actually talking not just about the way you handle these people, but when you walk away, that you very clearly put down the agenda of the other people. I'm seeing some of you still carrying it with you, because you're, you know, empaths are like, you're absorbent, like a sponge, and you're, what Spirit is saying is you're not always letting go of the residue of circumstances and experiences. Okay, I'm going to place that here. And so, clear strategies, learning strategies, embracing those strategies that allow you to see exactly what is going on. Because the more you identify that strata, the layers, what's actually taking place, the more empowered you'll be. It might be frustrating and it might evoke some strong emotions in you as well. But the point is, those strong emotions are giving you information. When you feel angry about something, if you can see that somebody's behaving badly, your anger is actually very healthy, because if someone behaves badly towards us, it's appropriate to be angry and cross about it. And that anger and that crossness is part of the motivation, it's part of the energy. If you think of emotions as energy in motion, you need that energy in order to make choices and decisions and move yourself forwards. So come away, because these people are energy vampires. Work out what's going on, and then harness your own energy, your own emotional energy. The library will help you with this, as will, I wrote a book called Mindfulness Meets Emotional Awareness. That book will help you too with powerful emotions. It will help you to harness them as a source of empowerment. Develop those tools to see what's going on, then use your emotional energy rather than it bothering you and clinging to you and you know, feeling cross and about what's happened. You feel cross about what's happened and you use the energy to fuel your entitlement. It's like, do you know what? I'm not putting up with that, you know, or I'm worth more than that. So you're using that energy to move things forwards, making choices. So strategies to deal with people in the moment. Whatever happens, you come away. You start to get clear, and then you make choices and decisions, and you can deliver those choices and decisions in whatever way is possible, either by just choosing not to respond, or by very kindly saying, I'm so sorry, I'm not actually able to help you with this. You know, I'm sure somebody else will be better equipped, or you can do it in whatever way you want. But the most important thing is you then, when you close that door, the fertility, completion of beginnings, when you close that door, you then invest in looking ahead to what you want to create rather than constantly going over and over what's happened. Very important part of this reading number 1, is the learning to put something down. When you know you've closed the door, you've closed it. You have every right to feel good about yourself. 9 of Pentacles is a lovely energy. You have every right to feel good. Use your experiences, your growing experiences, to build on your strength. Interestingly, energetically, what we're seeing here is, I feel the learning of it from experiences, the 7 of Pentacles, becoming stronger from your learning, and therefore being in a position to continue to make informed choices. Every time we do something, we handle something, and we close a door, we walk away, we make a decision, we're learning all the time how to see and experience what is going on and what to then do about it. Reading number 1, I feel this is your reading. Very clear pieces of advice coming through here from Spirit in terms of handling. It's like a process to go through. Dum dum dum. It's like these swords. You know, you have clear information. For those of you for whom this is present right now, I'm very sorry you're having to deal with someone, but actually the answer is develop your strategy of exit and feel good about yourself, okay? You don't have to respond in the way that they expect. There's an expectation because you are sensitive, empathic and kind that you will always deliver. These kinds of people pick up on empathic people because you give them a response. You're kind, you're thoughtful, and they're looking for that. They're very needy. Super Souls, I'm going to complete this reading and move on to reading number 2. Reading number 1 though, thank you so much for joining me. I want to really honour your sensitivity, and I want to say it's a gift. And in many ways what this reading is honouring and talking about is the fact that your sensitivity, we have the Hierophant here, your sensitivity is a gift. What's happening is that people are using your gift against you. They're using your kindness, your sensitivity. And this reading is encouraging you wholeheartedly to learn to use your gift for yourself, to use it as a tool of discernment so that you can ultimately walk your own path and sing your own song. You don't have to be tangled in the agendas of others. And the more that you process people like this, and there are lots of people out there unfortunately like this, the more strength you will find, and the more readily and the more easily you'll be able to come away, know exactly what's going on, make clear choices, exit and not hang out with those people that operate like this. And because you're making clear choices and your energy is now you're getting stronger and stronger, and your energy will be vibrating not with somebody else's drama but from a much cleaner, clearer place, because you're going to let that go. You're going to know that doesn't belong to you. The more your energy resonates at your own high vibration, the more you can look ahead and draw into your world people who are going to resonate with you. Super Souls, I am sending you the biggest hug and all the love in the world, and I'm so sorry for those of you that are handling this right now. I hope the library will be of help. This really is a reading that is, I hope, going to be inspiring you to use your gift as a source of empowerment, because it really is, and the world needs empaths. So learning to use your gift as a source of empowerment, the more awareness you have, the more empowered you will be. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you all the love in the world. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, subscribing. You guys are just amazing. And thank you so much for all of you who give back through the super thanks in the comments. And thank you also all of you who have been joining me on Patreon for the all zodiac sign readings every moon month that I'm doing, and the ongoing tutorials for those of you that are wanting to use your gifts to learn to read cards, runes, and use those, use your gifts in an active way. Tons and tons of love to you. Reading number 2, welcome. You have the Queen of Fire. This is the Queen of Wands in a traditional pack. We have the butterfly, which literally sort of just landed on the butterfly in this card. So I feel there is a really important message coming through in this reading already to do with some form of breakthrough. The rune of breakthrough it sometimes suggests a change of direction. We have the cat spirit here as well. Now, before we dive into interpretations, let's dive straight into some tarot cards and see what we are shown for you. May we ask for information for the beautiful empaths of reading number 2. What do we have here? We have the Queen of Wands again. Okay, very, very interesting. Well, look at this. 2 Queen of Wands. Now, Super Souls, in reading number 1, and I know it might seem unusual that I'm speaking about a different reading, but reading number 1 was loaded with almost like messages and tools of how to, like strategies. I feel this is actually directly about a particular situation that you're facing. Reading number 1 had a message about that too, but it was also loaded with tools, information, advice. I feel this is actually telling you that there is going to be a breakthrough, a transformation in some kind of situation that you're dealing with. Beautiful people, we have the 5 of Swords. Yeah, you're having to accept the limitations of something. We have the King of Wands as well. We have the 8 of Swords. Ah, lovely. And we have the card of Strength. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Right. Reading number 2. Yes, I feel this is a reading for you in a situation you're in. Rather than giving you tools and strategies, I'm not saying they won't come through in the messages, but it's kind of like this is about having to learn that sometimes bear with me, beautiful reading number 2. I'm going to draw more cards before I say any more. Okay, and also we'll draw from the Akashic Tarot. How interesting. You have the card of the Journey. Now this is a card that came out in reading number 1 as well. Do please excuse me. I'm recording this very, very early in the morning, so it's very dark still outside here in the UK. We have the 7 of Chalices. This is the 7 of Cups. We have the 3 of Wands. Lovely. We have the 10 of Chalices. Great. Oh, we have the 10 of Pentacles and we have the Ace of Swords. Okay, right. This is a very here and now message for you, reading number 2. This is about something that is going on that is really troubling you. I think you're having trouble walking away from it. You're really struggling with finding the best solution here. It's almost like people have got lots of opinions and lots of thoughts. I think you are involved in perhaps almost a group of people who operate together. They're not terribly empathic, so you're not resonating with them. I think for some of you, they've picked you up and put you down. That's what you're feeling like. You're feeling like you're being picked up, you're being put down. One minute you're kind of welcome and they're all pally, pally, pally. The next minute it's kind of like they don't want to know and you're really not sure what to do, and you find yourself walking away, feeling confused, feeling hurt. Yeah, there's a lot of noise around these people. That's what I want to voice. These people take up a lot of airplay, if you know what I mean. Their energy is busy, but not busy in a productive way. They're just busy. They're just always, yeah, you know, quite cliquey. There's a cliquey group of people around you. Definitely kind of what I would call some ringleaders within it. And I'm seeing you as being, literally, I feel like they pick you up, they put you down. On the one hand, it's all pally-pally, nicey-nicey. On the other hand, they're kind of not very nice, really. I mean, part of it is just that they're all over the place in their own world. They don't really take an ownership of themselves. There's a lack of boundaries here. Now, what I'm seeing is you are learning and growing a vast amount from this group of people. It may feel like a pretty tough call. but you're learning, you're growing. And what Spirit is actually voicing here is that part of the connection with this group of people has been to give you the strength to be clear about what you really want. I think you have, as an empath, you have possibly accepted less than you are truly worth. And please, I don't voice that in a critical manner. So please hear that with love. Sometimes beautiful empathic people, if somebody says something to you, you hear it, you hear it as a self-criticism, because I think you carry a lot of self-doubt sometimes. This is not being voiced as a self-criticism. You don't always honour yourself or your own entitlement. What's been happening here is you've accepted less than you were worth. You are worth way, way, way more. And I think what has been gradually happening is that you've kind of, this is a group of people you've had a connection to, you come away, you go back to them, you come away, you go back to them. There's been a lot of toing and froing, but I think ultimately it's left you feeling very much as though you're picked up and put down. Now, during the course of those experiences, and some of them have been very hurtful, and it's caused you a lot of internal conflict, and you've debated this a lot, I think, within yourself. But part of the learning has been, it's been coming in to help you to get really clear about what you want. Now, what we are seeing here is the opportunity for a very clear new beginning. The butterfly, landing on the butterfly, transformation, the breakthrough rune, 180-degree turn. I'm seeing you actually make some choices now that come from significant awareness. Okay. Reading number 1 may apply to some of you too, in terms of strategies and a little bit about your situation as well. But this is very clear. It's about what's actually happening. You've been coming and going with a group of people. It's been really tough. It's been really hurtful on occasions, and I'm really sorry. But what the purpose of this at a level of soul growth has been about is to build your personal strength and integrity, your right and entitlement to be you, and for you to be very clear about what you want. Now, we are seeing here 10 of chalices, 10 of pentacles. This is like winning the lottery in terms of particularly relationships, home, family, what you want, what you desire. We're seeing ace of swords. Now, this is new beginnings. Be really, really clear, mental new beginnings, a clarity of thought, knowing what you want. 3 of wands, being empowered to begin to create, to manifest your desires with clarity. Everything that has happened came into your world at a level of soul growth, tough though it has been, and it has been tough. Tough though it has been, to help you to define exactly what you want, what you're prepared to accept, and what you're prepared to not accept. I think you have been somebody for whom almost like the norm has been an acceptance of things that for many people would just be basically unacceptable. And I think that happens with beautiful empathic people like you. Because you're so sensitive and you're so caring, you're thoughtful of other people and their difficulties. And because you're thoughtful, you tend to, you're so compassionate that you accommodate people behaving badly sometimes, or you go back and try again, and then things sort of seem to get smoothed over, largely because you put the time and effort in to make it happen. And then on the back of that, there'll be another problem, or it feels very much as though you've been picked up and put down. For some of you, I think this has been a personal relationship. Although I'm seeing a group of people, I think there has been a personal relationship within this with somebody potentially who when somebody kind of wants you, but they kind of don't. And they kind of want you because you're so lovely and so empathic, but they kind of don't. And they come and they go, and they're very ambivalent, and you get picked up and put down, and somehow this has leaked into a group of people as well. And it's now time, really, I think, and I feel sad to say it, but I do think it's time to choose a different direction. We're seeing so much positivity with your clarity here. You now know what you will accept and what you won't. And I'm really sorry that this has happened, but it really is time. It's like the breakthrough moment, the light bulb moment. Actually, I'm not putting up with this. I'm worth way more than this. This is such a reading of affirmation. Reading number 1 may apply to you too, Super Souls. Let's just draw an affirmation card, please, for reading number 2. There is your affirmation. Okay, we have, the universe supports me in every way. Wow, this is such a validation from your spirit team saying, come on, you're worth this. You know, you don't have to do this anymore. Don't go back again. There's no need. You see it with clarity. It is now time for you to choose the direction. Be very clear about what you want, because actually we wish to support you in receiving that. Your reading is very, very clear. Reading number 2. It's very much about a situation that you've been processing and working through, whereas reading number 1 did bring in tools. It's very interesting that I keep finding myself bringing reading number 1 into this reading, which is unusual. So I would say, Super Souls, if you were drawn to both, then you will already know why. And if you haven't, I do think there may be some skills, some strategies in reading number 1, because it was very much a mix of sort of strategies and circumstances that might actually be of support and value to you. Reading number 2, I am sending you all the love in the world. This has been tough for you. I'm sending you the biggest virtual hug ever. It's been really tough, but now you're clear. You know what you want and what you don't want. This is about you learning what you're prepared to tolerate and what you're not prepared to tolerate. And from that space, you now have an opportunity to bring about your long-term contentment and happiness and fulfillment. To build relationships, family, home life, everything that you actually genuinely want, that is formulated on your values, the choices and the values that are right for you. I love your reading, beautiful souls, and I am sending you all the love in the world. Thank you for joining me for today. Thank you for subscribing, liking, sharing. It really does help to support the channel. For those of you that are new to me, do check out in the description box all the links and things that I will put there. There's lots of stuff that I do and put into the world that may be of help to you. And thank you to those of you who give back through the super thanks in the comments. And of course, thank you to all of you who have been moving over to Patreon with me. It's a different platform, and I do the all zodiac sign readings for every moon month there. The moon will be very relevant to you, beautiful souls, because you're so empathic. Empaths are always aligned beautifully with the energy of the moon, but it can get a bit overwhelming around the full moon if you're not always aware of the way that those cycles work. So I do post a moon monthly update here on the YouTube channel, and I do moon monthly readings for all zodiac signs and a tutorial as well every month for my Patreon community too. Super souls, I am sending you the biggest hug in the world. Tons and tons of love to you. Beautiful. Reading number 3, we have the 9 of Earth, which is the 9 of Pentacles in a traditional pack. We have the Parasol, and we have the Rune of the Self. I'm seeing something being gifted to you. This is very interesting. I feel like you're being asked to honour your gifts. Very different readings, these 3. So before I say any more, let's dive straight in and draw some cards. I feel I already know where this reading is going, but I want to draw cards first of all. Ooh, okay. 2 of Swords. Right, This is absolutely fascinating and interesting. We have the Magician. Gosh, yes. Everything that I thought I was picking up on there is coming right through your readings. We have the Nine of Pentacles again. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Ace of Pentacles. And we have the Five of Swords. Right. Your reading is really clear. The messages in these readings are fascinating. In reading number 2, I kept making a reference point to reading number 1, which is very unusual. Normally the readings are, you know, well, sometimes they connect. I genuinely feel beautiful empaths that actually every single reading this time may be right for you. Right, this is very clear. You are being invited to really recognize and understand your gifts as an empath, as a source, I'm going to say a source of income. It's like your calling, your purpose. You may not yet have recognized that your empathic gifts are something that the world desperately needs. You have been given these gifts so that you can become an active participant in the kind of changes that are needed in the world. This is inviting you to take up, if you're not already taking up, some form of calling, profession, purpose which involves your gifts. You're being invited to do so. Many of you will end up being involved in some form of mediation, conflict resolution, counselling, psychotherapy, psychic abilities, reading cards, supporting people, mentorship, helping people, sharing information in which you are able to assist people in seeing things with clarity, things that they don't have that level of sensitivity to connect to, but you do. This is really offering you, Spirit saying to you, look, we are absolutely supporting you in nurturing your gifts into some kind of aspect of a working world that will bring you a it will bring you financial reward, but it's going to benefit people as well. I'm seeing conflict resolution. I'm seeing your ability to support people to learn to literally manifest better. Whatever that avenue is, this is an affirmation and a support of that pathway for you. It's very, very clear. Let's have a look at the Akashic Tarot. We have the Five of Scrolls, diversity. How interesting. Some of you may write. Some of you we're coming back, mentors, counsellors. Some of you will be writing things, assisting people to discover, running workshops. Diversity, helping people to navigate differences, mediation. You have a very key role to play, whether it's within the immediacy of what feels like a small arena. For some of you, I think it could really be quite big. The kind of person who starts to talk or to write and the book is a great success, or you go viral. One way or the other, I'm seeing a vast amount of success available to you in a very personal way, in sharing your gifts, sharing your experiences, sharing your empathy, your capacity, your sensitivity to see, to hear, to feel. This is all about using your gifts and knowing that they are worthy of being paid for. This reminds me actually of, for those of you that are new to me on my channel, I was an accredited counsellor for over 28 years. I do still do that kind of work, but mostly I'm working much more spiritually. Now, at a point in my career, I supervised quite a lot of student counsellors and worked with student counsellors and was tutoring them. And when people reach this point where they're qualified and they've got a good bit of experience under their belt and they're thinking about going into private practice, you know, one of the biggest areas challenge at that point is not to do with their skills, but to do with their ability to feel that it's okay to charge for their skills. But actually, counsellors and therapists and readers have bills to pay as well. We have to earn a living. You know, it's not as if, you know, we have a lottery win, or I certainly don't, and can just do these things for the love of it. We do it for the love of it. This is the point. You have these wonderful gifts and skills. The very nature of who you are is a gift. You are a gift to the world. Empathy is needed. Sensitivity is needed. So many problems wouldn't exist if people could communicate clearly about their underlying feelings, and, you know, rather than feelings spilling out and being acted out. Let's draw more cards for you, reading number 3. It's so clear, your reading. It's so clear. You're being invited, encouraged, supported to honour your gifts and recognise it is perfectly okay. This is too many. Perfectly okay to charge for them. This is a direction that you should be moving in and can be moving in and are being supported in moving in. We have one more. Yes, there it is. Okay, so yes, we have the Hermit. We have the Ace of Chalices. Lovely. And we have the Star. Oh, beautiful. 6 of Wands. 4 of Swords. And 2 of Pentacles. This for me is reinforcing exactly this message again. But quite interesting. I feel this is relating perhaps to the circumstances that some of you are in right now. The message is clear. Primary message. Right. It is actually time for you to take something forward. It's time for you to embark upon something that you love. To follow your heart, to follow the thing that you have been longing to do, even if you are having to, you know, do a day job, and it's not really fitting with you, but still do it. It's time for you to invest, okay, in thinking about and being very clear about, reflecting about how you can use your gifts in a productive and financially rewarding way. You know, if you're working in a big organisation, maybe you're needing to move more into the HR area, you know, a department where you're connecting and talking to people. Maybe you're already involved in some training and it's time to move it forwards. There is a situation around you right now. It's almost like I almost want to say to come out of the closet. I remember listening to an Arianna Huffington talk that she gave, Arianna Huffington from the Huffington Post. I used to blog on the Huffington Post for quite a few years. Lots of blogs up there, that somewhere in the backlog of the reserve of Huffington Post blogs. But it was a great lecture, and she talked about meditation, and she was saying, quite rightly so, that, you know, years ago, if you meditated, you were kind of like a tree-hugging hippie, you know, you were considered a bit woo-woo. Now every CEO is buying meditation packages for their company, for their staff, because it works. And there's something you have. It's time to come out of the closet with something you have, to honour your gifts, to recognise your gifts, and also to present them to the world. You've been given gifts, and it's time for you to present something into the environment, the world, the environment, the company you're in, to offer something, to say, look, actually, you know, I can help with this. There's aspects of conflict resolution here, helping people, assisting people, sharing information. The timing is right for you to use your skills and develop your gifts as an empath in a way that is going to enable people to find hope, and also you to find hope, for you to begin to be you in the workplace, knowing that the gifts that you have are valuable and seeing them as the source of your potential. in terms of your wealth, your abundance, your calling, your purpose. This reading could not be clearer. Reading number 3, it's beautiful. I'm going to draw you an affirmation card. It is this one. Your card, my thoughts become my reality. Reading number 3, I think you have been contemplating something, thinking about something that you would like to make real. You may even, for some of you, have been working quite hard on understanding things like the law of attraction, how you can use, again, your empathic gifts, your empathy, to create reality, to manifest. Whatever the direction, this is a point when you are being invited and supported by your spirit team to move something forwards with a recognition that you have a gift to offer, and not only are you at a point in time where it's right for you to manifest that gift in real terms, to move your own life purpose calling forwards, but your work is going to offer opportunity for others to do the same in whatever arena or field of work you are choosing. But this is a wholehearted affirmation of you, your gifts, and of you earning a living from these gifts and bringing something forth. For some of you, it will be a steady living. For others, it will be literally something that kind of, I think, could potentially explode into the world. And look at this lovely pentacle here, and yet the Queen of Wands has a pentacle right around her head. It's like your crowning glory. Whatever it is, reading number 3, people, that you have to offer, it is time to bring it forth. You are needed, desired, wanted. Your gifts will benefit not just you in a financial way, but will benefit others. I am sending you the biggest hug and love and support in the world. Thank you so much for joining me. These readings have been so interesting, and thank you all of you who put forward the suggestions for these readings and asked about readings for empaths. They've been so interesting, so different, so varied, and yet I suspect all 3 may well be relevant to all of you because you have these gifts. I am sending you all the love in the world. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking, sharing and subscribing. It really does help to support the channel. Thank you for returning and watching my other videos. Thank you to all of you for, especially those of you who are giving back through the super thanks in the comments. I'm very mindful, I'm going through all my thank yous. It's like gratitude, isn't it? It's just lovely. My thoughts become my reality. I feel there's a real essence of gratitude in your reading, and I feel like I'm dwelling in it now. It's absolutely delightful. And so I will also just say thank you also to all of you who have been heading over to my Patreon community, as well as my community here on YouTube. On Patreon, I do all zodiac sign readings for every moon month. The moon will be very important for you guys. Empathy is empaths are very aligned with energy, and therefore the universal energy too. It's a very different platform, Patreon, but I will put all the links to anything and everything that I do that may be of value and use to you in the description box and also in the comments for phone users. Reading number 3, I am just sending you all the love in the world. Oh, and I will just say on my Patreon community, for those of you that are wanting to learn to read the cards and the runes and take this aspect of your gifts to extend your learning into this arena, I know some of you will be very experienced readers already, but for those of you that are wanting to extend those skills, develop those skills further, I do post a tutorial every month on Patreon as well. Very much a learning community, as well as a growing community where we look at our individual readings as well. Super Souls, reading number 3, I am just sending you the biggest hug in the world. Go, go, go. This is beautiful, and the timing is right for you. Tons of love.